It's the third game ever at Exec Arena, and this place is rocking. Welcome to the SEC on ESPN. Two longtime rivals meet for the lone time this season as Tennessee and Florida go head-to-head at the rebuilt O-Dome. Welcome, everybody. Tom Hart alongside Dick Vitale. We get to see a Tennessee team, Dick, that is undersized but overachieving.
Tell you what, they may be undersized, but they're so gutty, they play really hard, they really defend exceptionally well, and they're a very deep basketball team. But Rick Barnes said, we have to be weary today of the turnover.
It's a Florida team led by head coach Mike White that has a disruptive defense.
Well, their defense is really their staple. They've been playing great. Won 4 in a row now. They force a lot of turnovers. When they force 16 turnovers or more, Mike White is 14-2 here with the Gators. The key, as Rick Barnes said, we better not turn the rock over. If we do, it'll be a long, long night.
You know, Mike White is a little apprehensive about the atmosphere here tonight. Most coaches would love this in their home building, but he said we've never played in front of a group like this. And so Florida takes a floor in road blacks today in Tennessee in the orange here in Gainesville.
Where's the blue and orange? What's with the black? Where's the blue and orange? That's the school colors. Come on now. Let's get the school colors out there.
There's plenty of school colors for Tennessee. They're all orange today. Jordan Bowen running the point.
They're a young team. They have 6 young players.
Hubbs off the back of the rim.
He's a key player for them. He's their scorer. He's a guy that's got to be really strong with the basketball.
It's a Florida team that's averaging just under 79 points a game. Over the last 4 games, they've got 18 points a game off turnovers. And Tennessee with the takeaway. Jordan Bowden will finish.
Good job by Bowden stepping right in the passing lane.
Florida took care of the ball last time out against Ole Miss. They only turned it over 10 times in a 70-63 win. Allen with the drive, and he gets a bump from Kyle Alexander. That'll be the first on the Tennessee big.
Well, I'll tell you one thing, Tom, he's a key player offensively for the Gators. When you look at Allen, he's a driver, slasher. He's improved his range as a shooter, and he's an outstanding free throw shooter.
Kayvon Allen over the last 3 games is averaging 18 points a game. The sophomore from North Little Rock, Arkansas, had 18 in the matchup with Tennessee last year. And a correction, that first Tennessee foul was on Grant Williams. So another one coming for Kayvon Allen, 89% from the line this season. 1 of 2, and it's pulled down by Alexander. Here's Bowen. We'll see some point guards with great speed today. Bowen for Florida, for Tennessee, and Hill for Florida.
Yeah, Bowen's got superb quickness. He can really penetrate. He had a problem with his foot, had a little injury, but he's really back now and ready to roll.
Missed 9 games with a stress fracture in his left foot. Rick Barnes told us today that he's faster than De'Aaron Fox at Kentucky.
That's pretty good, man. I'll tell you that, because that kid at Kentucky is special. He's got great size as well.
The lefty Leon puts it up and drains it, his first attempt.
He can make the 3. He can shoot the 3. This is a really good Florida team. They come after you, they defend. I had him against Duke, and I had him against Gonzaga. Lost both those games, they played very tough.
Missed opportunities both times for Florida. Bad second half defensively. Kayvon Allen with the steal. Hill, the no-look. And it's deflected into a teammate's hands, and Taylor Robinson banks it in.
Terrific job right there. Great job finding the open guy, moving the basketball exceptionally well.
And a reach-in on Casey Hill. It's his first.
Casey Hill's really played great defense for them. Watch him in transition now with the steal. There's the extra pass, and there's the score. Got the deflection in the right place, filling the lanes.
We should have 2 assists on that bucket.
Absolutely, yeah, I like that, Carl. Like that.
Bowen's been struggling with his shot since his return from the foot injury, but he's taken over the point guard duties. Into Williams. Williams was a monster against A&M, and he gets one to go.
Tell you one thing, he's got really a great upside. He's getting better and better. He was terrific in the game against Arkansas. Scored, rebound, block shots. Part of their baby vowels.
Taken away, another steal by Tennessee. Bowden gives it right back. Allen leaves it short. Another foul by Devin Robinson.
Taylor Robinson might be that most improved player. Good offensive rebound right there, up on the glass. He's so much better than he was last year.
Make 50th career start today. Here's Robert Hubbs.
They're going to get Hubbs involved. They're going to give him some shots. He can post inside.
Williams working on Allen. Jump stop, loss of basketball. Muscles his way up, and we got a whistle and a jump ball. It will go the other way and belong to Florida.
Some people are saying a little Draymond Green when you see Williams out there. It's Rick Barnes. He did a heck of a job when he was at Texas, but sometimes look at their losses right there. Tough losses. What about the one in North Carolina? Had that game won, they let it slip away, and that was in Chapel Hill.
They led by 8 at the half against the Tar Heels. They shot 65% in the first half. Roy Williams said, I've coached over 1,000 games. That's the luckiest I've ever been as a coach. Loose ball, Bowden on the floor. So is Allen, and the Gators come out with it.
I love the hustling right there, scrapping, diving.
Shot clock is at 10. They didn't reset it, even though it went all the way into the backcourt. Hill gives it up. See if Robinson's aware.
Tell you what, Volunteers are really scrapping and hustling.
And a shot clock violation.
Look at this right here. Incredible. Now watch us. He blocks him right out. Cuts right in front of him. And then they come back the other way. I'll tell you what, this crowd is alive, man. The Rowdy Reptiles, the kids are back in class, back in school.
They knew you were going to be here today.
I've had a lot of fun so far with all the kids before the game. Look at them. They're all fired up. They're all fired up. They love their Gators.
A couple of subs in already for Mike White. Chris Chiozza and Canyon Barry enter the game for the first time. Barry's been an impact player off the bench for the Gators.
He's one of the better 6 men. He gives you instant help. One of my guys that makes my all-roll age team. Amonte
Turner on the floor for Tennessee. Both coaches getting a feel for this heavyweight battle have gone to their bench early. Alexander turnaround. Beauty of a shot.
Nice little turnaround jump shot in the post there to Alexander. He's got great size. As you said earlier, not a big team, but a very athletic team.
Alexander, the tallest at 6'10". Nice look from Chiozza inside. But it's another Florida turnover. That's their 4th of the night.
Don't play at such a fast pace. Got to settle down a little bit, a little more patience.
Here's Hubbs penetrating. Nice dish. Williams took a bump. The whistle was a little bit late. And it'll be the first on Egbunu.
That was created by the penetration of Hubbs. Did a fantastic job attacking.
When we return, we'll take a trip into the time machine. We'll also take a look at the dictionary of dictation back in Gainesville.
ESPN's exclusive presentation of college basketball is brought to you by Walt Disney World Resort, where the magic is endless.
Some things never change.
This place is electric, man. They can stroke it, baby. He's a high riser, man. This kid plays above the rim. He's a skywalker, a diaper dandy who's a deluxe. Big trifecta. That roof is ready to come off the top here, man. Unbelievable.
Welcome back to the O-Dome. You know, you work a game with Dick Vitale, and not only come with beautiful looks, but it comes with its own soundtrack.
Well,
and we start today. I got to say thank you, because you've been influential in so many people's lives, some of whom you're not even aware of, all right? It's Time Machine. Let's go back about 20 years. South Bend, Indiana. A teenager approached you for a picture, said he wanted to be a sportscaster when he grew up. You know what you told me? Follow your dreams. You can do it. Here we are, 20 years later, my friend.
You know, I don't know if I want to work with this guy anymore. I'll tell you why. He's too good looking, man. I don't want to be next to him. Look at this guy. His looks were mine. Are you kidding me? I mean, you're talking about ugly, the beauty and the beast.
This game itself has been a little bit ugly early, a little sloppy.
I'll tell you one thing, man. Think about it. Right now, they're trying to play at too fast a pace. They really are up and down. Kid Bowden's had only 2 turnovers in 160 minutes. Till today, he's got 1 already.
Grant Williams has another free throw coming his way. Only 66 from the line on the season, and he knocks them both down.
Well, I should get a percentage of your check now, man, for telling you to chase those dreams, and you became a success.
Hey, I thought a photo in an autograph book back in the day was good enough. It was only a paperback back then.
Paperback. Well, I'll get your hardcover now.
All right, so here's Chiozza. And Florida, one of 2 point guards will put on the floor. And he immediately looks in the corner for Allen. Beautiful move. He hangs and hits.
Kayvon Allen's a really good basketball player. He has a variety of ways he can score, Tom. He can score shooting the jumper. He can score taking the ball off the bounce, getting to the foul line, getting fouled. I love his versatility.
They work it inside again. This is Admiral Schofield. Undersized post player again, and he banks it in.
Nice little play by Schofield. That's the 3rd basket they've scored by going to the interior.
And it's a Tennessee team whose interior goes 6'5", 6'5", 6'10".
But they're very effective inside. Forced another turnover right there.
This is a Tennessee team which is one of the shortest in college basketball, certainly in the SEC. The average height is only 6'3", and Gudu gets his 2nd personal away from the ball.
You know, I think of Rick Barnes. I think about all the success he had in Texas, but he lost so many key players that left for the NBA, including Kevin Durant, Tristan Thompson, B.J. Augustine. They could go on and on. Corey Joseph. What a list of players he lost. They left early to go to the NBA.
Yeah, KD wasn't going to stick around in Austin another year. He was ready. Here's Schofield. Another hit for Schofield, showing the mid-range.
I'll tell you, nice job by Schofield coming off the bench, giving him an instant offense.
Florida's turned it over 5 times in 10 trips, Dick.
I mean, that's really not high percentage basketball at all.
They only average 11 turnovers a game. Here's Barry, Hall of Famer's son, gives it up. Shot clock will once again get into the single digits for the Gators. Allen drives. Beautiful.
They're going to rotate over. Nobody rotated. He goes off his driving angle. You know, Barry, the last game they needed his offense, came off the bench, gave him a big lift at 20. It was a spark. And they went over Ole Miss.
That was a Wednesday night win here at Exact Tech Arena, the brand new O-Dome. Has the same personality and sounds as the old building. Hubs off balance. Tennessee has started this game 5 for 8 from the floor. And we've got an injured player back on the baseline for the Florida Gators.
I tell you, their star player, though, Hubs, have been able to contain him, control his offensive ability.
Mike White and their trainer, Dave Werner, checking on Chris Chiozza, the junior from Memphis.
Seems to be grabbing his shoulder.
Chiozza caught an elbow from his own teammate.
Yeah, caught an elbow in the throat.
Kevarius Hayes clipped him. Chiozza from Memphis last year started 22 games. They rotated Chiozza and Hill in the backcourt. Vols and Gators tied at 12. Tennessee's defense lacking a little bit.
Well, you know, inside the play right here. Take a look right now. We're going to watch Allen. He spots an opening, a seam. He drives. No one rotates over. And they do, too slow. They got to step in front of him. Got to make sure he doesn't get to the basket.
Kayvon Allen leading Florida with 14 points a game. He had 4 threes Wednesday night against Ole Miss.
Last year he had an unbelievable game against Florida State, 32. By the way, Florida State's really playing great basketball. Had another win today, one big against Virginia Tech. They beat the Gators down there in Tallahassee.
Little leaner off the glass, nice move. Justin Leon's got 5. Remember, Florida State won at Virginia on a buzzer beater by Dwayne Bacon, opening day of ACC play.
That's a big win. Anytime you win down there in Virginia, that's a major W. They really play hard defensively. Watch the Gators. Every guy plays really tough. That's a nice stroke right there.
Schofield has 6, and they've all come on jumpers.
Nice jumpers, too. Medium range jump shots. Good shot selection.
Leon, the lefty, follows his own miss. Barry there. Tennessee comes out of it with it. Dietrich Mostella.
The reason Leon missed that, he was already running to the basket before he scored and shot the ball.
Hubs off the window. Tennessee on a nice little run.
They need that little Hubs. He's their scorer. Veteran player.
And a wrestling match inside as Lou Evans goes down for Tennessee. Monday, 8 p.m. Eastern on ESPN. It's the College Football Playoff National Championship game presented by AT&T. Clemson battles Alabama at Raymond James Stadium in Tampa. Also streaming live on the ESPN app and watch ESPN. So good a game that Dick Vitale will be in attendance Monday night. Who do you like?
Well, I'm going to that game. I like Alabama. I love Nick Saban. Somebody's going to prove they can beat him. The guy's a winner. He's got that competitive drive. I think he made a great decision making sure Lane Kiffin's not on sideline.
Let his offensive coordinator go a week before the national championship game.
You're a
So
football
Steve
guy.
Sarkisian will be calling
You're
the
a
plays.
football guy. Who do you like?
Oh, I like Alabama. I'm with you 100%.
You got to go with Bama. I really do. Their defense. I know Clemson's very good. The job that Sweeney's done. Our producer did his very first game when he took that program over in the middle of the season. I don't like coaches getting fired in the middle of the season. I really don't. I think that's for the NBA, Major League Baseball. I don't like it on a collegiate level unless there's a moral situation or violations. But to fire guys for winning or losing, I don't like it.
We saw Dabo this week at Clemson, North Carolina, and I asked him, what did he learn? You played in the national title last year. You're playing for another one. He goes, I learned we got to be better. Alabama's really good.
You learned you better score a few more points than Alabama does at the end of the night.
Here's Lamonte Turner for Tennessee. The Volunteers shooting 64% in the first 8 minutes tonight. Turner with the left hand left it short. Schofield leads it short, and it's brought down by Allen. Quick look inside to Hayes. Hayes tried to step through. Great defense. And Turner's got the board.
Hayes did a great job finding the open shooter. Was not able to convert it. They play at a fast pace. I'll tell you, Tennessee really plays at a fast pace. Some bumping and bruising going on in the post.
And another foul. This one will go against Shambari Phillips. It's first. Rick Barnes, head coach of Tennessee. He's used to the color orange. We'll give you a connection between his stop 2 stops ago. Coach's story time after this.
The Tigers tied 2, the sequel.
All right, Clemson and Alabama Monday night at 8 o'clock. Here's story time about Rick Barnes. Of course, he was the head coach of the Clemson basketball team back in the day in the 80s. And you know what else he did, Dick? He was the roving reporter for the Clemson Radio Network tailgate show. He would ride around in a golf cart, interview fans. It was such a popular thing that he would say, I want to try the best deviled eggs we can find next week. And sure enough, the next week, he'd get the best deviled egg recipe anybody could find.
Wow, I didn't know that. See, I learned something right here. Rick Barnes showing that multi-skilled talent. Incredible. Hey, you think about the job he did when he was at Texas. You know, think about the winningest coach in the history of Texas. 16 out of his 17 years took him to the NCAA tournament. He went to 5 Sweet 16s. I mean, 4 times Big 12 Coach of the Year. He did a great job. At the end, sometimes a movement is best for everybody involved. I know he loves it down in Tennessee. His wife is a Tennessee graduate.
Perfect fit. And plus, he didn't have to buy that many new ties. He's got Clemson orange, Texas burnt orange, and now Tennessee orange.
Happy wife, happy life.
Indeed. We've had 4 ties and 4 lead changes early. Mostella off the back rim, pulled down by Florida. Each team has led by as many as 4 in this one.
You know, Mostella's been giving him instant offense. He likes coming off the bench. He doesn't want to start.
Hayes kicks it back out. This is Casey Hill. Where does Florida go in the half court?
Well, Florida right now is running a little penetration out of Hill and create some open. There's a ball screen. Stay right in front of him.
Hill with 3 on the shot clock, taken away by Tennessee. Out front, Volunteers with Bowden, and he puts it off the window.
Nice play right there off the turnover. They did a great job creating a turnover with their defense and then leaked out in transition. Tennessee is going to shock some people this year. They really are. They're going to upset some people. They play hard, they defend, they're deep, and they're talented, and they're well coached.
Jordan Bowden commits a foul, an undercut on the rebound. That's the first on Bowden.
Tom, I always love teams that got quickness, speed, very deep.
Parmeo's on Quay Parker, who just entered the game, so his first personal foul. Rick Barnes is going deep into his bench already tonight.
Yep. Well, he's going to play 11 guys. He's going to play 11 guys.
Curl off the baseline out of bounds. It was halfway down. Allen could not get the 18-footer. Here's Parker running the point now.
Now show a little bit more patience on offense. Make a few extra passes. Make the defense have to play defense.
Tennessee's made 6 of its last 8. Williams has it rejected by Hayes. Saved on the sideline on a beautiful move by Allen. Here's Robinson, the lefty.
Nice play by Hayes defensively. Anticipated that well.
Nobody picks up Allen.
He's a strong driver. He uses his body exceptionally well. He spots a gap, and he attacks the gap off the bounce.
You mentioned early no rotation for Tennessee.
Rotation. They're going to rotate more from the help side to close that driving angle. See, right there. You got to rotate over. You got to close that driving angle. See the defense? They just played matador defense. Wave their hand. Nobody rotated over. That's the kind of defense I would play.
That Allen field goal ends an 0 for 6 drought for Florida. Shot clock at 5. Shambari Phillips. And Tennessee can't get a shot off. They turn it over anyway.
Too many turnovers, and that's what Florida lives off the turnover.
Stone off the front rim. And a hard crash to the glass by Kevarius Hayes.
You know, both clubs not afraid to go to their bench. They utilize their people on their bench, getting them involved.
Hayes commits his second personal foul over the back. And on cue, Dick, 4 new players check in, including Canyon Barry, Hall of Famer's son, who's celebrating his 23rd birthday today.
Oh, happy 23. Wow. My daughter celebrated her birthday yesterday. Same day as Lou Holtz's birthday, Jameis Winston's birthday. But it was my daughter.
The most special.
Oh, there's mom and dad.
There's the Hall of Famer Rick, who's got 5 sons play Division I basketball.
One of the most fierce competitors I've ever seen in any sport. He was unbelievable. A winner, man. He hated to lose, and he performed on the floor.
Lamonte Turner bounces it into Williams. Grant Williams jump hook. He's kind of an old school player below the rim, but that one didn't go. Casey Hill kicks. Here's Barry. Dad's got to love that.
Well, Dad's going to like that, no question. But it was the play by Hill creating that opportunity and having the vision to find the open shooter.
Turner steps into a deep 3. Little early.
Too early, baby. Too early.
The Barry 3 gave Florida the lead. Now Hill trying to add. Yes.
That's a big plus. He's having a good year this year. Much better than last year. Especially defensively. Good penetration. Very quick. He had 6 steals in the last game. He had 25 for the season.
Hubbs on the curl, took a bump, and it goes. He wanted the whistle, but didn't get it. 4 for Robert Hubbs III.
That was a tough play right there by Hubbs. He's over his left shoulder.
Tennessee brings down the rebound. It's Lamonte Turner.
They put pressure, man. They run. They run. Run, baby, run. The Vols in transition. Great job in transition basketball. Poor job by the Gators getting back defensively.
Alexander's dunk puts Tennessee back on front.
We got a good one here, Tom. This is going to be a good basketball game.
Here's Canyon Barry, transfer from the College of Charleston, and he draws a foul on Hubbs. It'll be the first on Hubbs.
And watch him shoot free throws, just like his daddy.
Something special to see when we return to Gainesville, as the Hall of Famer's son will be emulating his dad when he steps to the free throw line here at the new O'Donnell.
Back in the studio with Seth Greenberg, Karl Ravech, not the A team, but we're prepared for anything, Seth. And when James Blackman launches,
most times it goes in. James
in.
Blackman is an elite jump shooter. Obviously, the obituary on Indiana, a little premature.
Yes, not dead yet. Back to you guys.
They got an overtime win today against Georgetown.
I'll tell you one thing, look at Baylor right there. They have a chance to be #1 in the nation. I want to ask people out there, who in their right mind could tell me that they would have Baylor at this time of the year as #1 in the nation preseason? Great job. They've got some super wins. That is interesting.
Oregon, Louisville, Xavier, and Michigan State, some of their wins. So there's the Hall of Famer watching his son, Canyon Barry. Rick Barry had a unique free throw style, and his 5th son has adopted it. It's worked to the tune of 84%.
So soft, so feathery, so soft. His daddy did that, led the nation in scoring when he played at Miami. Came out of New Jersey, and we know about his fame with the Golden State Warriors.
Dad was the only player in history to lead the NCAA, the ABA, and the NBA in scoring. Open three, Lamonte Turner. It's the only place Tennessee has struggled today offensively, has been behind the arc. Now 0 for 4.
Rick Barry played with a great player, one of the most underrated players, not among his peers, by fans, Nate Thurman. Lost his life recently.
3-on-3, Turner will push it anyway, and he takes it off the window.
Talk about speed. I mean, he was a jet right there. Saw an opening, exploding. I really like the way the Tennessee team attacks. They do not play scared basketball. They're in an attack mode. They're very aggressive offensively.
Extension of the personality of their head coach, Rick Barnes. And they're shooting 64%. Here's another takeaway. Hubs, yes, with the two-hand jam, and Tennessee up by 3.
The Hubs did a great job defensively. They get the steal, they go down, and they convert. They've been scoring off the turnover big time here.
10 fast break points for Tennessee, 8 points off of Florida turnovers. Lazy pass from Barry gets taken away by Lamonte Turner.
Tell you
Takes
one
another.
thing, Mike White can't be happy right now. He needs a timeout, baby. Get a TO, Mike, and he did.
7th turnover for Mike White's Gators. They had 10 the entire game against Ole Miss. Largest lead for the Vols. Florida head coach Mike White in his second season as the head man here after taking over for Billy Donovan. He was a point guard at Ole Miss and at Louisiana Tech, Conference USA Coach of the Year. Took over for a legend, a guy who won back-to-back national titles in 06 and 07.
Tell you what, he was a great hire. This guy's got the whole package. Comes from a great family. Know his dad well, I know his mom well. The Whites, Kevin, people know that name. He's the athletic director of a school where they play a little basketball. They spell it D-U-K-E. I can even spell it, and I'm so dumb.
Another win today for Duke. Grayson Allen back in action, had a career-high 11 assists. Chiozza off the loose ball. That's not there.
Shooting the ball too quickly. Not making an extra pass. Looking for the better shot.
It's good to see Chris Chiozza back on the floor after he took an elbow to the throat a few minutes into this game. Bone back on the floor, and it's off the side of the backboard.
Bad play right there. He had Williams in the post. Should have given the ball down in a low box.
Robinson in transition.
Look how fast they're shooting basketball. Mike cannot be happy with that.
As a result, Florida has had a hard time the last few times. Meanwhile, Tennessee's been red hot from the floor. And they've scored 12 points off of 7 Florida turnovers. That's not a turnover, but it seems like it because it comes so early.
Well, that's why the percentage is what it is. The turnover to the layup.
Florida started this game 6 of 7 from the floor, only 3 of 16 since. Meanwhile, Tennessee on a 6-0 run. Schofield, nothing there. Great defense by Florida. The Gators trying to cut into this 5-point deficit. Wow. Another near opportunity for Williams. Is Florida being too lackadaisical, or is Tennessee too aggressive?
Well, you know, Tennessee really aggressive. No question about it, Tom. They're aggressive. It's really helping them. Mike White, not a happy guy on the sideline.
His team has committed 8 turnovers. He said, wake up. One reason they might not be awake for the first time this season in a home game, he had them stay at a hotel last night. He said, too many distractions, sold out arena, families in town. Let's focus on the game. It hasn't worked that way thus far.
No, they got to wake up, man. They got to wake up.
Nice look from Williams. Schofield coughs it up. Back to Florida.
A lot of turnovers, both ends.
13 combined, 5 for Tennessee. Chiozza turns the corner. Finds Hill. Florida's not a great perimeter shooting team. A couple of guys that can stroke it, though. And Hill Went off the glass and a foul tip. First bucket for Keith Stone.
Keith Stone did a great job with the offensive rebound. That was a bad angle shot by Hill.
And a deny inside. Given right back to Tennessee. Mostella will tee it up. Got it.
He can shoot it. He's been on fire coming off the bench for them. He's been a terrific offensive player. His last 5 games, he's been scoring big. He wants to come off the bench, doesn't want to start. How rare is that?
Mindset, yeah. Chioza lets one fly. Oh my goodness, the follow jam was off the side of the rim.
You gotta call a foul. Williams got fouled. Williams got knocked to the duck, man. He got knocked to the duck. You gotta blow the whistle right there. Look at this. Look at that contact. Are you serious? Are you serious? Wow. Wow.
Here with Seth Greenberg, Karl Ravech. Land Rover halftime report is coming up, and because North Carolina, NC State was postponed until tomorrow, we're going to show you Kentucky tonight at 8:30 against Arkansas, and we will get into what this year makes Kentucky so tough.
You know, Duke got Grayson Allen back, 11 assists, but they potentially could have lost their most important player. We'll tell you that at halftime.
Hey, who that is and what happened to him as we continue. Enjoy the rest of the first half. We'll see you in a couple of minutes.
All right, Carl, thanks. Here in Gainesville, Tennessee leads number 24, Florida, 31-25. The Volunteers have taken advantage of some mistakes by Florida. Now time for Getting More, brought to you by Nature Made Gummies. And Tennessee getting more points off the takeaway.
Yeah, really doing a great job taking a turnover and getting a layup down the other end of the floor. Carl was talking about Kentucky. They did a great job of this against Texas A&M. With their backcourt, certainly Fox and Monk. And you're seeing that here, forcing the turnover and getting a layup the other end of the floor. People don't realize this. You look at their record and you say, well, they got an average record. They lost an overtime game to a really good Oregon team. They got beaten the last second by North Carolina. They played Wisconsin tough before losing by about 10 or 12. I mean, this is a team that's been able to go head-to-head against quality basketball teams. Shot 51.9 against North Carolina, 56.3 against Wisconsin.
Here's Williams inside. Their first half against North Carolina, they shot 66%. That's the 4th best by any opponent in the history of the Dean Smith Center. Beautiful tip-in that comes from Rimmer.
Wow, that was a big-time tip-in. Ran the court well, used the left hand on the tip-in. That was a heck of a tip-in right there.
Extended minutes for Skylar Rimmer tonight as he's guarding Schofield now.
Yeah, Rimmer did a great job hustling and scrapping. Tell you young kids out there, you play hard, you hustle, you scrap, a lot of good things can happen.
Mostella guarded by Allen, shot clock at 5. Here's Turner, nice shake. And the reverse was short. Foul tip wasn't there, and then Williams with the push-off commits his second personal.
You know, Turner did a great job driving to the goal, but Florida did a better job by rotating over and taking away the open layup. Little look at Mr. Saban, Mr. Sweeney. Oh, they're going to go at it Monday night. I can't wait to be there. Oh, I can't wait.
You have an extra ticket, Dick?
Well, I'm there with Capital One, man. They brought me in, and I'm going to have a blast. Have a blast.
Tennessee up 4 here, 2:20 to go in the first half. Both teams cold. Vols have hit just 1 of their last 5. Gators 2 of their last 10. Rimmer calling for it inside.
Look at the way he's hustling on defense.
Allen tried to draw a foul with a step in on Mostella, and Leon gets fouled by Schofield on the rebound.
Nice play by Leon attacking the glass.
First Take is now on ESPN Monday through Friday from 10 a.m. Eastern to noon. Stephen A., Max, and Molly discuss and debate the most compelling and entertaining topics from the world of sports on ESPN.
I told him last time I did a game, and I'll say it again. I want to go head-to-head with Stephen A. Stephen A. and I want to battle him. We got a bet anyway, he and I, a friendly wager on a bet that we had. I said when it's all said and done in 3 years, that Ingram will be the better pro than Simmons.
Wow.
Well, that's what I said. I could be wrong. It's my feel. I love Simmons. I think he's terrific. But I'm telling you, wait until you see Ingram's got to fill out, put some weight on. I'm going to battle Stephen A.
By the way, Simmons' former team, LSU, lost today to Mississippi State. How about Ben Howland and Mississippi State? They were busing to Baton Rouge because of the weather. SUV in front of them flipped on the interstate. Ben Howland and 2 of his staff members pulled the lady from the SUV and into the team bus.
Oh, wow, that's tremendous. Ben gets the man of the Dave Award, unbelievable. Like hearing some good news like that rather than the bad news we heard in Fort Lauderdale. Unbelievable down there. Just heartbreaking to hear stories like that. We need more love in our nation. Less hate and more love.
Wade Parker is going to the Tennessee bench. Joe Lindsay spotted something on him. He couldn't walk down the floor, and he's going to have Chad Newman, their trainer, head athletic trainer, take a look at that left leg.
A big screen by Rimmer up there in the high post area.
Chiozza, wow, what a pass. Somehow he found Stone with the fastball, and Stone is able to draw the foul. Quay Parker may be banged up now, but he might be the best pregame performer in all of college basketball. Thinking he plays above the rim in the warm-ups.
Wow, wow. Slam jam guy. Slam jam guy. Oh, look at this little showtime. That's a little showtime right there.
Stone misses the first of two.
Saying, Coach, I feel better. I want to go in there, Coach. What a high rise of this guy. He's the elevated man. He's only 6'1". Unbelievable.
Stone knocks down one of two. That's a media guy that has him at 6'1". Kim Belton stood next to him and said, no chance.
Kim Belton's our producer extraordinaire, Stanford superstar, had 41 against Southern Cal when he played. See, I did my homework.
I heard that was a down year for Southern Cal, though, let's be honest.
Yeah, but he got about 35 and 15 against UCLA, too.
Mustella looking for a screen from Alexander. Lost it on his way up. Chiozza, what a move to come up with it and go between the legs.
Now you got to be under control. Control.
Leon is not, and it won't go. Stone may have gone over the back, and then we got a foul and a reach-in on Justin Leon, and Tennessee will be shooting one and a bonus at the other end with 68 seconds left.
Tell you this, both clubs really going such an incredible pace. You know, Tennessee scored 70 more points now in 10 straight games. Last time they scored less than 70 was that loss to Oregon. Oregon had a big win, Dylan Brooks and company over UCLA.
That was an overtime loss to Oregon out in Maui. Here's Admiral Schofield, a sophomore from Zion, Illinois. He's got another one coming. It's a Florida team in its 3 losses. It really fell apart in the second half defensively. You saw them against Duke in a game at MSG. They were right there in that game. Looked like they could come back, but defensively, they didn't put it together. And Mike White has said, we just haven't been a good second half defensive team.
I'll tell you one thing, the same thing happened against Gonzaga. They were really playing great basketball the first half. I did that game against the Zags, who, by the way, the Zags are absolutely for real. No question.
They had a neutral site win against Tennessee. They got off to a great start and knocked off the balls. Mark Few's got fantastic depth. Chiozza stepped back with 8. And Schofield has it.
Look at this. Nobody get. Wow, bad pass, but he was ahead of the pass. It was a bad pass, but he was ahead of the pass.
Costello says, my bad.
It was his bad. He's right. It was his bad. Now, people forget also the job that Barnes did at Clemson.
Yes.
He did a heck of a job there.
It started kind of the way his Tennessee career started, with an undersized team. Stone's got 4.
That was really good basketball right there. Good execution. Mike White likes that kind of play, I can tell you that.
Timeout, Tennessee.
Mike White, perfect hire to replace Billy Donovan. Billy, a Hall of Famer. What a job he did to win back-to-back titles here with the Gators. He said, my bad, man, my bad. Don't say too many times my bad, because the coach can say, that's me, my good to put you on the bench. You don't want to tell it too often.
Well, you talk about Rick Barnes and the job he did at Clemson. He had the Slab 5 back in 94-95. They picked to finish last in the ACC. He didn't have a starter over 6'7". They ended up going to the NIT, kicked off a great run. They went to 3 straight NCAA tournaments after that. Now, Brad Brownell has a brand new arena in Clemson, South Carolina.
Tell you one thing, right now, you look right here, he advanced in 97 to the NCAA Sweet 16 while he was at Clemson. He had 13 wins over AP top 25 teams. I tell you, their PR department's done a great job getting me some stats here and some info. People, I have to admit, that's not my stuff. That's stuff that's been put in front of us.
Tom Sokoviak, the fantastic sports information director, providing it, and you finally admit it.
After 38 years.
10 seconds on the game clock. Mustella wipes his soles, looking to work on Chiozza. Clock at 6. Lost the ball, somehow recovered on his back, and we got a turnover. 10th of the
Rolled
game.
on the ball. You should say my bad now the second time, because it was his bad again. But don't admit it's your bad, Mustella. Don't admit it. Because at halftime, the coach is going to put the 5 to come out, and you will not be one of the 5.
10 turnovers for Tennessee, 2.2 on the clock for Florida. Chiozza will inbound it.
Well, let me tell you this, Mustella's really an outstanding player. He's done a terrific job. He's not selfish. He's a kid, wants to do anything to help his team win. And he said, I can help him win by coming off the bench.
Turnovers an issue for both teams in this first half. Tennessee coughed it up 10 times. Florida 9 times. It's a 1-point lead for Tennessee at the half. Let's get you back to Carl Ravitch and Seth Greenberg in the studio.
Thank you, guys. This is the Land Rover Halftime Report along with Seth Greenberg. I am Carl Ravitch. We're going to talk Kentucky in just a moment. First, some action from earlier today. Illinois and Indiana. And the Hoosiers struggling. 0-3 in conference. They've lost 2 at home. They looked a lot better early today.
This is an elite basketball team. You don't beat North Carolina, you don't beat Kansas unless you have the potential to be special. They can shoot it. They're a very good passing team. They got to take better care of the basketball and be committed defensively. They ran on all cylinders today.
Let's see some defensive commitment. Well, let's watch O.J. Anunoby with a slam dunk on an alley-oop. 48-29. Good one for Indiana. Speaking of Indiana, how about Butler? They're dealing with Georgetown. 2:15 to go in the second half. And the Hoyas are down 1. And all you need is 3 to go up by 2. Georgetown going to win this game at home?
They need to win the game at home to start 0-3 in the Big East, but this is a Butler team that is so good down the stretch, executing. Fowler on the pick and pop, knocks down to 3, and then you got to get a stop. Terrific job right there by Baldwin, keeping the ball in front, putting the chest on the ball handler, contesting the shot. Free basketball.
That was L.J. Peak. He missed. Martin, no good, but Fowler, who just hit the 3 in the highlight, ends up with the layup.
And look at 2 Georgetown players observing rather than engaging in that play and pursuing the basketball. Great win for Butler on the road. Great answer after the win against Villanova.
There is. That's how you back it up. What to watch for tonight? You'll be able to watch the Wildcats of Kentucky. And if you happen to get up and go to the refrigerator or for any other reason leave the TV, you could miss 6 to 7 baskets in the span of about 2 minutes. That's how fast that offense plays. And to back that up, you have these numbers. First in transition points per game, the possessions and points, and the average length of possession, 14 seconds. Like, how about, so if you say, hey, guys, let's slow it down, they'll take 17 to shoot? What does that mean to them?
They do as good a job as any team I've seen recently, advance passing the ball up the floor. So on a missed shot, a made shot, a deflection, they're off and running. And when they outlet the basketball, they outlet the ball almost to the hash mark where the coaches stand.
Right.
And then the next pass, the advance pass, is right up the floor to scoring opportunity. And Bam Adebayo, he runs the floor as a 5-man right down the middle of the floor. They play with great spacing. And think about the guys that are handling the ball. You're talking about De'Aaron Fox. You're talking about Isaiah Briscoe. You're talking about Malik Monk.
Right.
All those guys can finish and make a play. They are explosive in transition. You've got to get them in a half-court game, which is not exactly Arkansas's game.
No. Monk, Fox, and certainly Adebayo all of a sudden looks like he's a lot more comfortable. And from this sort of idea of the rich get richer, like beyond rich, today, Hamidou Diallo, who is probably the #1 prep player that could conceivably enroll in school and play this year if he chose to, announced in a press conference that he held he's going to Kentucky and will enroll in 2 weeks.
He's a special player. What makes him so special, I had a chance to see him at the Adidas Nations. He plays harder than any high school player I saw this summer.
Right.
He competes on every single play, offensively and defensively. Let me ask you, if you were watching Briscoe, Fox, and Monk, and you were an athletic, hard-playing player, Kentucky's a pretty good decision.
They'd be really good. But there's
Really
not
good.
a lot of playing time this year. There was thought
He's not going to play this year.
if he was going to commit to a Connecticut or an Arizona, Connecticut in particular, he could play this year.
How about every single day he's practicing against Malik Monk, De'Aaron Fox, and Isaiah Briscoe? You think he's going to get better?
Yeah. I go with the you couldn't lose at either 3 of the choices.
No, terrific decisions, but Kentucky, woo, no joke.
The rich get richer. Wildcats tonight, 8:30 on ESPN against Arkansas. We'll come back, another blue blood, the Duke Blue Devils, and what might have hurt them today real bad.
This brand new arena selling plenty of concession stands, but you don't want to step away too long. This is the SEC on ESPN, and two rivals meet for the lone time this season, Tennessee and Florida. And at the half, Tennessee with a 1-point lead on the 24th ranked Gators. There's such a thing as shooting from the foot. I'd never heard of it until we saw it at halftime tonight. Then there's shooting yourself in the foot. Thankfully, she hit her mark, but neither offense has hit theirs in the first half. Welcome back, Tom Hart, Dick Vitale. A slew of turnovers, 19 combined. It's been a sloppy first half.
Well, really sloppy first half. But you know, we can attribute that to both clubs are really getting after it defensively. They're really playing super hard, very aggressive on the defensive end, and that has created some of the problems.
Meanwhile, Dietrich Mostella's struggles emblematic of his whole team's struggles. This was a turnover late in the half. He said, my bad.
Yeah, my bad. Look, my bad. And then he gets it again to finish the half, and he makes too many dribbles, tries to create something that's there, and my bad. You don't want too many bads, Dietrich. Hey, right now Rick Barnes talking to him, says, I don't like those my bads. My bads go to the bench, and you don't get PT playing time. He's too good a player.
4 turnovers in the first 29 possessions for Tennessee, then sloppy late. Meanwhile, Florida was sloppy early, cleaned it up late. We'll see who has advantage in the second half. It's only the 4th time this season the Gators have trailed at the half, and their fewest points since they only scored 31 against Duke.
You know what really hurt the Gators, too? Ebono in 2 minutes getting fouls. He's one of the premier rebounders on the team.
Jordan Bowden throws in his first 3 of the game. He's got 7, and Tennessee leads by 4.
Big 3 right there to start the half. You want to come out and take charge here. Bowden with that big 3. Let him fight over the top of the screen. I like that. He didn't go 4th man. He went right over the top.
It's another turnover. It's a 10th of the game for Florida, matching Tennessee in double figures as Kayvon Allen walked with it.
And the one thing about Mike White's clubs, they don't turn the ball over, basically.
Only 11 a game on average.
Well, they caught their average already, basically.
Jordan Bone running the point for Tennessee.
Will depth play a factor when you think about Tennessee? Some fresh legs. They play so many people.
They get 31 points a game from their bench, but they cough it up for the 11th time.
Well, he's caught up in the air with nowhere to go. That's a no-no.
Leon with his strong hand.
Can't let him go with your strong hand to the left. You got to force him the other way to the right. No one rotates over. See, to be a good basketball team, you got to play defense as a team, as a unit, communicate, help one another.
Mike White told us one of the issues that he's had with his team in the second half is communicating on defense because his young team is on the other side of the floor. It's another 3 from Bowden. He's got 10.
Tell you about it right now with a strong second half, knocking out those 2 trifectas. You're right. Communication is so vital to having a good team defense.
Hayes on Alexander. Nowhere to go. Robinson fading. And it's pulled down by Florida's Kavarius Hayes.
Well, the reason they pull that down, nobody blocked out. Nobody finds their man. That's one of the 4 principles when you talk about defense. The last phase, you got to block out when the shot goes up.
8th offensive rebound for the Gators. Hayes inside. And it's pulled down by Grant Williams that time. Here's Tennessee behind Jordan Bone. He had 21 in his debut against Chattanooga. A guy by the name of Bernard King had 42 in his debut in 1974.
The Bernie Ernie show, man. Wow, that was special.
Mike White has said, in our losses, we've been terrible defensively in the second half. In their 3 losses, they've allowed 45 points in the second half. They've allowed teams to shoot the lights out.
Tell you, they played some tough competition, and their losses are to legitimate basketball teams. I firmly believe no matter what happens here in this game, they're the one team on this floor that possibly could challenge Kentucky for that one game right here at home.
They're going to get Alexander for his second after Hubbs committed his second. Here's a look at SEC headlines. 2 in the top 25, Kentucky and Florida. Malik Monk is one of only 3 freshmen. Well, if he finishes the season atop the scoring, to lead the SEC in scoring all time. You remember, of course, Chris Jackson from LSU. Bernard King as well back in the day.
It's pretty good names associated with him. You talk about Bernard King, Hall of Famer. He was unreal. I'll never forget calling games when he played against Larry Bird. And the Celtics and the Knicks hooked up.
Leon strokes it.
Tell you, Leon shot that one, baby, from Tallahassee. I mean, Leon right there with a great stroke. He can shoot the three. You want to protect your home turf. This game is vital for Florida. You don't want to lose on your home floor here.
They haven't had that many opportunities. This is just the third game in their brand new home arena.
Yeah, they've been like Marco Polo, traveling, baby, traveling.
It rolls in for Hubbs. He's got 8.
I like Hubbs. Hubbs knows how to score. He's got a scorer's mentality.
Beautiful dunk from Hill. And one coming for Hayes.
See, that's why they recruited Hill. When he came out of high school, he was so quick, so explosive. He hasn't worked to become a better shooter. He has worked on it, but has not become a better shooter. But he's always been able to do this. Drive, draw, and dish the rock. The 3D man. Oh, wow. And Leon goes from, yes, Tallahassee. He says, this is a Leonard Hamilton special. I'm going to shoot this with my guy, Leonard. Wow.
Kevarius Hayes makes it a 3-point play.
Mention the nose, boy, they got a great player, the kid Bacon.
He had a monster second half in their win against Virginia. He had 18 in their win against Virginia Tech today. He likes playing those Commonwealth schools.
Sloppy play. Good job by the Gators.
Allen, circus move goes. He's got 9.
He's a winner, man. He's a tough, tenacious winner. He's got that toughness. The Rowdy Reptiles love it. Listen to the Rowdy Reptiles.
Hill with a foul in the backcourt, 70 feet from the bucket with a trip on Lamonte Turner. It's a second on Hill.
See, the one thing Florida's got a lot of experience. Very experienced basketball team. They're going to have guards ready to challenge when they play Kentucky and play those guards. Monk and I think Monk and Fox are the best tandem in America as a perimeter players.
Chiozza, Hill, Allen might be the only backcourt in the SEC that can match up with those guys.
They're going to challenge them.
Hubbs looking to score on Barry, who just checked in for the first time in the second half.
Well, Barry stayed in front of him, let him beat him off the bounce. Here he is, trying to beat him off the bounce. He did right there.
Little floater. Final tip, no. Alexander keeps it alive. And we got a foul on a loose ball. We're seeing a lot of those whistles in college basketball these days. You mentioned them, the Rowdy Reptiles having some fun here in the new building.
Hey, they're my Rowdy Reptiles. I was in the crowd with them. I had a blast with them. Oh, they love their Gators.
Welcome back to Gainesville, Tennessee, in Florida. This is a fun basketball. It's a great atmosphere, but even more important what you are doing.
Well, you know, to me, John Saunders was just as special as it gets. We have the John Saunders Research Grant. We're at $560,000. And then we raffling off a Mercedes convertible, a Red Beauty. Right now, we're selling 1,500 chances. You ready for this? There's only 300 chances remaining. If you want one, go to DickVitaleOnline.com and you can get your raffle ticket. $100 and you got a chance to win a beauty. And today is National Bobblehead Day. Bobblehead Day. Go to my website and get the Talking Nude Dickie V bobblehead. Only 1,000 are being sold. $30.
Bone is able to convert. You said 300 chances left. Your math is off by 1. By the time you leave here today, there'll be 299 chances
You're
left.
gonna buy one,
I
huh?
got one. I'm in.
All right. I appreciate it, buddy. Appreciate it. Get my Talking bobblehead, too. It's only $30.
I only got so much cash on me, Dick. We got a foul on Bowden, who's hit a couple of big threes this half. That's the first on Bowden.
You got my ball dome bobblehead right next to you.
I get it in real life.
Fake one. Tennessee with a good drive on the other end. Bowden's giving them a big lift here in the second half. Rimmer's getting a lot. I've gotten a lot of. Nice look by Bowden.
Egbunu will go to the free throw line. Remember, you mentioned this, only 2 minutes because of 2 fouls from Egbunu in the first half.
Yeah, and he's a very important part of this basketball team. Normally plays about 25 minutes. Barry with an excellent look off the dribble. His father was a great passer. Look at the body of this guy. He might be able to hang with our producer, Kim Bell. He's close. He's close. I was trying to lay some leather on him, left and right to the gut. My hand hurts. It's like a rock.
You know, Mike White played his college ball at Ole Miss. I saw a picture of him playing the other day. I said, Coach, you look like a bodybuilder out there. You were so cut, you had guns. He said, yeah, my coach my first year said, you're going to get pushed around the floor. You got to get out there and get big. He goes, I got so big, I couldn't shoot, I couldn't dribble, but I could win on the beach any day.
I'll tell you one thing. Don't believe that. I did one of his games against Kentucky. He was a solid, cerebral leader at that point guard slot.
7th in school history and assists still in Oxford. Alexander keeps it alive. He played for Rob Evans back in the day. Everybody getting after it. Schofield gets tied up, and the ball will go back to Florida.
I got a little nasty there, but I'll tell you this. They are scrapping and clawing and fighting.
Meanwhile, Mike White following Dick Vitale's lead. Leave the coat. This is basketball. We're having fun here. He got the job, and he asked some folks around. He said, would the fans mind if I took off my coat before the game? They said, Coach, Billy D took off his coat every game.
Well, if he can do what Billy D did, he can take off his coat, he can take his pants off, do anything he wants. Do anything he wants.
We'll have shirts and skins before it's over.
He can hang some banners up here. Look at that. Unbelievable. Who could ever forget that team in 2006 and 7 sticking together, the Horfords, the Noahs, the Brewers.
Lon Kruger took him to the Final Four in Charlotte in '94. There's Barry with a bucket. He's got 7.
And there's the offense we talk about. He's a roll-aid specialist, baby.
Bone wants a screen from Schofield. Florida will switch just about everything 1 through 4. Hubbs dumps it into Schofield. Mismatch here on Hill. Hill flops, no whistle, and Schofield converts.
Nice play by Schofield. He had a solid first half. In about 6 minutes, he made 3 good interior plays.
Chioza to Hill, to Leon. Got it! Great ball movement for Florida.
Tell you what, that great ball reversal, and they got it in the hands of the guy that can shoot. Leon.
He's got 15.
Those are NBA threes, too.
Knocked away. Casey Hill. The dunk to Budo in the jam.
What a terrific play right there. That's being unselfish, great recognition, communication. The Gators have to love that. Tremendous play. 2-man break after the steal.
It's a 7-2 run for Barry and the Gators. When we return, we'll talk instant relief with Florida's man off the bench. Dick Canyon-Barry's having a good game off the bench. He's part of your all-Rolades team.
Man, these are people that come off the bench and give you instant offense. Barry, Holiday down there at UCLA. Mangum's done a great job. When you look at him at Eastern Michigan, he can really score. My other guys, look at them. We got really an all-Rolades team. We go down. People like Collins from down at Houston. I love Zach Collins. The big guy can play. Jeffrey Carroll and Hayden Dalton from down at Wyoming. Gotta think about those guys, man.
Yeah, Dalton leads the team in rebounds and assists. He's a 6'8" point guard.
Hey, Mostello, too, can be on there as well. He's been a big lift for Tennessee. Not this afternoon, but basically all year, he's been a big lift, Dietrich.
18 points in the first half against Oregon. In that game in Maui, they lost in overtime. Shot clock will get to single digits for UT. Fadeaway, Schofield. Wow, big time play.
He really does that well. Shoots over the right shoulder, turns, spins away with that jumper. Likes to shoot the jump shot over the right shoulder, and he puts it on the floor.
Chioza with the left hand.
Again, one of the breakdowns, I would say, Rick Barnes, looking at video, lack of rotation and help on drivers.
Stop and pop for Bone. He's got 4 in the second half.
Boy, he's got quickness, man. He flies up and down that floor. The tempo is so fast, coming off that foot injury.
Hill behind the screen, yes. We've got a shootout going in Gainesville.
Tell you what, when Casey Hill starts making those, it's a big, big day for the Gators. The biggest lead today. Too much dribbling, too much dribbling.
Another my bad for Tennessee.
Yeah, too much
Bailed
bounce.
out by the whistle. Dick, you talk about your all-roll-age team. How about this? Dr. Irvine W. Grote invented roll-age. He's an American chemist from Tennessee.
I mean, you guys do such research. It's unbelievable. How do you come up with that? It's incredible. I mean, wow.
Chattanooga, to be precise. Chattanooga choo-choo.
Well, they don't want to hear Chattanooga too much at Tennessee. They lost early in the season to Chattanooga.
It's a pretty good team. Largest lead of the game, as Dick mentioned, for Florida. They're up 5 here in a danger zone for UT.
Spacing so important. Get some good spacing, lay some good screens. Florida trying to give some help defensively. Very active.
Bowden for 3. We've seen 12 straight makes in this game. Where'd the defense go?
Wow. I'll tell you one thing about Bowden, though. That's 3 he's knocked down here. 3.
It's 3rd in the second half. Meanwhile, Florida has made its last 8 field goal attempts.
That'll help your field goal percentage, I'll tell you that. Give you some efficiency. Get a little better job of getting ball movement. Nice backdoor cut. What a great play. That's Barry, man. Understands how to play. His dad's got to love that because that was part of his arsenal when he played. Move without the ball. Always active.
Williams gets cut off, finds Schofield, who gets fouled hard. See if that one's on Stone. It's on Kayvon Allen. That's his first. When we return, we'll take a look at these Gators trying to conquer the world. Nightfall in Gainesville, and the Gators in front. Well, we've seen Canyon Barry. He's part of a fantastic basketball tree. Rick Barry, the Hall of Famer, his current wife, Lynn. They produced Canyon, who started his college career at the College of Charleston, led the CAA in scoring before he was out with a torn labrum in his shoulder. And then, boy, 4 other superstars. Scooter won a national title with Danny and the Miracles back in '88 with Kansas. Brent at Oregon State. John at Georgia Tech before going on to the pros. And then Drew, that's quite a family tree they got going.
Unbelievable when you talk about guys that understood how to play. And it started right there with the catalyst, Rick. I mean, he's such a guy that understands basketball. And most of all, his competitive drive. That's what separated him and made him so special. I mean, he used to fight and battle like you could not believe.
1975 NBA champion. He averaged a record 36 points a game in the NBA Finals.
That's not bad, huh?
That's
not
not
to get
too
your new
shabby.
contract. I guarantee you, he didn't get what they're getting now.
That's
wow.
true.
Can you imagine today what a guy would get if he had 36 and winning a champion? Oh, man.
Schofield hits 1 of 2. He's got 13 tonight. It's a 1-possession game.
Should have got the ball inside to him a little bit earlier. He had great post position, and they didn't find him. Feeding the post is a lost art. The best I ever saw, and I said this last year, was the late Pearl Washington. He was great from Syracuse feeding the post.
Hill couldn't finish there. The Gators red hot in the second half, 10 of 13. Meanwhile, Tennessee shoots 67%.
That's a
No
charge.
whistle.
It was out of control. He charged. What? Wow.
Schofield facing up. That was solid defense. He still scored.
I tell you, he did a great job spinning, going to the left shoulder. He's been going to the right shoulder, shooting a little jump shot. That time like a little jump hook kind of move off the glass.
15 and 7 for the 6'5" forward.
He's a really solid performance. Not taking bad shots.
A foul on Florida. It'll be a push-off on the rebound on Egbunu, and that is his 4th. Pardon me, that's his 3rd.
He's only got 3.
There's a discrepancy. We've got him for 4 in the official stats. If that's 4, he'll have to take a seat. And he'll go sit with Mike White. He only played 2 minutes in the first half. Casey Hill also seats.
So he's got 4 instead
got
of
4.
3. Oh, wow. That's a big loss. He's physical, he's big, strong, veteran.
And Egbunu only played 2 minutes in the first half. So now you got Barry trying to guard Grant Williams. And Florida, as Mike White talked about, they're so versatile that they will switch just about every screen except for the 5-man.
Yeah, they do switch on the screens because really their size, they can do that.
Eight on the shot clock. Chioza slides in. And a foul on the rebound again. Hayes had his hands on it, and that'll be a whistle on Schofield, his third.
They tried a little Euro play. Wayne Wade's great at this. Here he goes right here. Look at this right here. Little Euro step. Tough shot there. Defense rotated over. He didn't have a good angle to lay it on the glass.
That was a 6th team foul for Tennessee. Gators will be shooting after the next one. Chioza, nice move. Extras pass. Barry for 3.
Got the shot they wanted. Rotated the ball. Swung it. Reversed the basketball. A lot of good things happen when you reverse the ball. Standing around too much. Too stationary. They want to beat you off the bounce here. Too stationary. Got to get more movement.
There's Schofield with the post touch. Shot clock at 10.
He wants to take the one-on-one.
And he leans in and gets the foul.
He's done a terrific job down in the post. Every time he's got the ball, he can go either left or right. He gets you one-on-one. Watch him right here. He gets the ball in the post. Go left or right. Creates contact.
That is 4 on Kedarius Hayes. Schofield's got 16 now. We're tied at 56. Admiral Schofield, born in the same London hospital as Princes William and Harry. His dad spent a long time in the Navy, hence the first name Admiral.
Wow. Admiral Schofield.
24 years his dad served in the United States Navy.
Well, God
Schofield,
bless him. Thank you so much for representing the red, white, and blue.
we're tied at 56. Chioza. Very little hesitation.
He's showing his versatility. Shoot the 3, little baseline drive, backdoor cut. He's showing why he's a roll 8 specialist. Come off the bench and give Florida some offensive productivity. He walked.
Tennessee travel.
Lifted that pivot foot.
17th turnover for Tennessee. Meanwhile, your roll age guy has been magnificent tonight. Instant relief, Kenyon Barry off the bench for Florida, and he's got 11.
Yeah, he's already matched his average. He went through a little slide there prior to the great performance against Ole Miss.
Leon with the ball fake. Goes to his right, and he draws a foul on Alexander.
Well, that was created because of his ability to shoot the 3. He shot and made 2 big threes. Now they had to respect it. They come up on him. Watch this. There's the foul. See the pump fake for you kids out there? Fundamentals. Oh, wow. That's great basketball. Where you got the little pump fake. Coaches teach the fundamentals of the game. Catch, face the basket, be in triple threat position.
Justin Leon has 16 now. Mike White originally recruited him to Louisiana Tech, and he followed the head coach here to Gainesville.
He's given a big point production here this afternoon, or early evening now.
Leon matches his career high with 17. Barry will catch a breather.
Nice performance, Mr. Offense for them. Kenyon Barry comes the way of Charleston, as you said earlier, Tom.
Early 3, and it goes for Mostella. You missed that, it's my bad again.
Tell you one thing, that's what Mostella's done for them all year. He's been a guy that's offense. He could easily be on the all-roll age team. He's a guy that gives them offensive productivity.
He went for 16 last time out against Arkansas. Allen answers. A dozen for Kevon Allen.
He has a scorer's mentality. It's an exciting game, man. Call your friends up. Forget the football right now. Get out here and watch some basketball. This exciting. Tennessee, Florida, SEC pride, passion. Forget the NFL playoffs. Get right here.
I didn't even know they were playing. Shot clock at 8.
Little short. Chad Rimmer getting some PT, baby. He's getting some playing time, the big fella.
The other big's in foul trouble. And again!
Wow! How big is that, baby? Oh, the bench loves it. Most of all, Mike White loves it. Biggest lead, isn't it? 7?
Indeed. New building kind of sounds like the old building, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does. Place is loud. It's loud.
Chiozza, short.
See right there, go one-on-one. You got to move the basketball, get people involved.
Davon Allen, couple of big threes as part of a 6-0 Florida run. Gator Nation loving it tonight in Gainesville.
The Tigers are tied 2, the sequel.
Welcome back to Gainesville, Tennessee, looking for another upset against a ranked Gators team. Let's take you back to 2007. Game Day was there and a special cheerleader. Look at this, Pat Summitt and Dick Vitale as she sings Rocky Top. And now Pat Summitt court. Peyton was in the house,
yeah.
It was senior day, and Chris Lofton went off. 21 points to lead Tennessee to a 10-point win. Bruce Pearl, at that time in Knoxville, and the Volunteers had a party at Rocky Top, and you had first-row seats.
Get Noah in the house. I'll tell you one thing. Pat Summitt was as good as it gets. Pat was just unbelievable as a leader, winner, just incredible. We honored her once at my gala. She just was terrific in her message to people. Pat Summitt, in fact, that night we honored the winningest coach at that time, men's basketball, Bob Knight. Winningest coach, women's at that time, Pat Summitt. It was unbelievable. She's still, I think, the winningest coach.
Unreal.
Gino Auriemma, what he's doing record-wise, I can't believe it.
They don't lose.
What, they got 90 in a row? And I think it's taken for granted. I don't think they get enough PR.
Meanwhile, neither team has missed here in the second half, it seems. Offensive outbursts for both sides. A loose ball, tip to Hill. Florida getting a lot of those 50-50 balls tonight.
Well, momentum now has really swung the way of the Gators. Now you're at winning time, the last 5 minutes. Can they finish it off and close the deal and win their 5th in a row? Shot selection becomes big now, Tom. Here's where you separate a lot of winners and losers. Guys understand what is a good shot.
Barry trying to lean in. Tennessee looking for a window.
Florida's really neutralizing here in the second half, the transition game. They were running really for layups in that first half, Tennessee.
Better job taking care of the basketball. Bone one-on-one, way off. Here's Schofield, and he gets fouled by Rimmer. It'll be the first on Skylar Rimmer.
Here's Schofield really playing solid basketball all day.
Schofield to the free throw line. He's sitting at 16 points, a season high. (17) for Tennessee.
Well, he hasn't missed a free throw. You have to share. He's got to get to the line a little bit often, a little bit more. Get 13 for 13 coming into this game, Schofield.
This is a Florida team that over the years knows how to hold on to a lead late in a game.
You know, Tom, it's amazing. A kid like Schofield, he's averaging 3.9 points a game. Came in here, he doesn't look like that kind of scorer here watching him.
Schofield with the reach, and he commits his 4th. Well, here's what we're talking about. Florida undefeated on the season when they're leading with 5 minutes to play. 31-1 under Mike White with a lead with 5 to go.
That's pretty good. It shows you they can manage the clock at the end of a game. Shows that, well, he keeps his poise on that sideline. He really does. He's got a great, he reminds me a lot of his characteristics and qualities as a person as Billy Donovan as well.
Same coaching characteristics. Billy never loses his cool.
Sometimes. I love Billy D.
You can't see the beauty of Billy D is you can't see the inner turmoil during the game unless he really loses it. All right, it's a 5-point game here. Bone hangs, hits.
Wow,
Time play.
That was a tough shot. That was a tough shot. Running away from the basket, up in the air.
Back to one possession. Here's Casey Hill. Allen off the curl. Whoa!
Hey, little message for you young kids. Allen was out here early before everyone. I was on the court with him, working on his shot. I was teasing him about tucking the elbow in, and that's why he's having success. There's no substitute for work.
Florida hasn't missed a three in the second half. A perfect 6 for 6. 3 of them belong to Kayvon Allen. Oh, miscommunication. Bowden throws it away. Bone is going back door. And this game is going back and forth.
Look at this here. There's a great shot on the drive to the goal. And then Allen shows that it pays off when you work, baby. There's a saying I believe in so much. I utilize in my motivational talks. The only time you find the word work ahead of success is in a dictionary.
Florida red hot from deep in the second half. Their lead is 6.
Don't pick up your dribble. You don't want to pick that dribble up. Tennessee needs some stops here.
Dump into Rimmer. He got fouled.
He's giving him some solid minutes off the bench. Normally he doesn't see the kind of minutes he's seeing here this afternoon tonight.
It's a third personal foul on Grant Williams. We've got 3:55 to go here in Gainesville. These two rivals meeting for the only time during the regular season, and all it was promised to be.
Andy Katz in our Bristol studios here. Let's check in on Indiana and Illinois. Thomas Bryant, the big man, for 3. Indiana desperately needs this win. 0-2 in the Big Ten. They've lost 3 straight. That includes a non-conference loss to Louisville. All right, coming up after this one is over, Frank Mason III will lead the Kansas Jayhawks against Texas Tech in Lawrence. Back to you guys.
All right, Andy, thanks. Impossible to win in Lawrence. We saw that even with a travel or two to help you late against a rival. Meanwhile, Rick Barnes is steaming hot at this officiating staff and Will Howard.
Well, he's living right here. He's got to be very careful. Close game. You don't want to get a technical. He's not stopping now. See, he's going at. Ref walks between him and try and calm him down a little bit. He's trying to get him over to his bench. You got to be very careful. You don't want to tee now, baby.
A Tennessee coach hasn't gotten a technical foul
2011.
since 2011. It was when Bruce Pearl was on Rocky Top.
Bruce Pearl, I could see that with his fiery personality.
Skylar Rimmer has 3 points tonight. Extended playing time due to foul trouble on Egbunu and Hayes, and he goes 1 for 2.
Let's give him a little physicality out there as well, Tom.
And we got an offensive foul inside on Schofield trying to post up. And Rick Barnes can't be happy with that one.
That was a good call, though. The official definitely made a good call right there.
Schofield's done. Barnes can't be happy with Schofield. He just fouled out trying to post up, and the ball was 35 feet from the basket.
That 18 points, did a great job here. He's earned a lot more playing time in the future, I can tell you that.
It was his first double-double, 18 and 10 for Schofield.
Carter shot 70% in the second half.
Beautiful back cut. Knocked away by Mostella.
Good play by Mostella right there. Great help defensively because he had a layup. Tell you what, it's tough to beat a club when they shoot 70% in the second half.
Indeed.
It's a big lift for them because really normally, as we pointed out, documented with stats, not a good second half team.
Not a good defensive second half team. They might just have to outscore everybody. Hill will oblige.
Great drive by Hill. We have seen numerous drives to the goal where a guy beats a guy off the bounce and nobody comes up to give help.
Corner 3, yes, Mostella.
Mostella stepping up right now, makes the big play defensively, then comes back with a big free. Point of emphasis, they'll go to the video and show. You've got to see ball, you man. People from the help side, the ball is the most dangerous thing on the floor. You got to cut off that basketball.
Allen, nice look to Rimmer. Williams was late. Mostella tried. Here's Leon now. And he gets fouled by Grant Williams. That's the 4th on Tennessee's big.
Tell you one thing, Leon and Allen have really come up strong for the Gators. It's been a good game, though. I mean, it's been a very competitive, a lot of athleticism, toughness.
Justin Leon's got 17, tied his career high.
You know, I'm really excited about doing the Kentucky-Florida game. I really think this Florida team will not back down. They're going to need to keep, though, Ibuno on the floor. I had Ibuno one time, I think about 2 years ago, against Kentucky, and he put on a dunking show. He must have dunked about 7, 8 during that game.
We'll be here for that game on February 4th, you and I, to see Kentucky and Florida. What might be the game of the year in the SEC. Here's Bone.
Florida digging in, communicating defensively.
Screen for Bone, nice feed. Williams the jam.
Nobody rotates over. There's a little two-man game. Screen, roll to the basket. The oldest play in basketball. Still the toughest to defend. Tell you one thing, John Calipari is trying to reach his players about playing team defense together to rotate. And if you don't, he says you're going to sit next to me and get no PT. Now, he could do it because he's got the luxury of a deep bench with talent.
Grant Williams just fouled out.
Oh, he doesn't want this, baby. He would go nuts if he saw this. Oh, wow. Simple layup. Mike White cannot like the execution defensively on playing that screen and roll.
So both 4 men for Tennessee, Grant Williams and Admiral Schofield, the power forwards, have each fouled out of this one.
No, Grant Williams didn't have the kind of game that they expected. He's got a lot of talent. I think he can be special. He's really an unbelievable kid. Great student. Could have went to the Ivy League. His mom is an engineer for NASA in Houston. Turned down all kinds of Ivy League offers. Great student. Unbelievable. Grant Williams, they think he's going to be special.
Maybe you could play football. National championship coming your way Monday at 8 o'clock. Presented by AT&T, Clemson, Alabama, at Raymond James Stadium in Tampa. Also streaming live on the ESPN app and watch ESPN.
Can't wait to get to that game. Go to ESPN's pregame party. Should be a great time. Saban, I believe, wins his 5th national title at Alabama.
Now you're just rubbing it in. Tennessee needs some offense. Hill has the rebound. It's an 8-point Florida lead with 90 seconds to go in Gainesville.
I can't emphasize enough how the Gators have been a better basketball team because of the absolute improvement of Hill. Hill has done a much better job this year than he's done in the past.
Barry.
Nice ball movement right here.
Allen got it.
See, ball movement, reverse the ball, get the open shot. That was great execution. Mike White's gonna love that sequence.
23 for Kayvon Allen.
This is gonna be a good Tennessee team. They're young, the baby balls, got potential, but they are gonna be eventually a good team. Maybe not this year, but he's building a program in the right way.
Maybe a year away. Bone has it blocked by Barry. And the dagger fittingly comes defensively from the Gators.
Yeah, the Gators were a good defensive play, but their offense in the second half has been superb. They've shared the ball, they've moved the ball. So look at this here, moving the ball, forcing the foul situation. Excellent second half by the Gators.
Mike White's gonna love this play.
Watch this here. That's just gonna reverse the ball. 1. Now watch this, kick it back out, 2. And there's 3, and the open shot, the little fake, create space. 2 young kids out there, create space with that little ball fake. You got that little ball fake, Dad's got to be proud today. Come on, Rick, your son's all roll 8s. You're all worlds, he's all roll 8s.
To your point about Florida's offense in the second half, 70% from the floor, 7 for 7 from 3.
Is that pretty good?
That's pretty good.
That's not bad. That'll help get you to the winner's circle. The biggest lead so far for the Gators.
It'll help get them to 3-0 in the SEC. One of the rare home wins for an SEC team. This will be only the 6th home win in 16 SEC games that have been played thus far this season. Last year, this league had one of the best home court advantages in all of basketball.
Well, I'll tell you this right now. Hasn't factored in the little math when Kentucky gets done with their home schedule and their wins. I tell you what, this score is so deceiving. People see the score tomorrow and haven't watched the game. They think, oh, wow, Gators all the way. They had a battle and fight and struggle to get this win.
They're on a 7-0 run in the last few minutes to finish off Tennessee. Masella fights for the rebound. It ends up with Bowden, and he'll stop the clock on the foul and put him to the free throw line. Rimmer's second foul.
I really like the young talent that he's assembling. He's still coaching. Look at the intensity, passion. Players can feel that. He lost so many players when he was there in Texas. Unbelievable. The number of guys that went to the NBA. So difficult when you lose great players like he lost. Unbelievable. I think about Aldridge. What about Aldridge? You mentioned Durant. LaMarcus Aldridge has become a monster for the Spurs. Think about Avery Bradley with the Celtics right now. Think about Corey Joseph, Tristan Thompson, vital part in the success of the Cavaliers. P.J. Tucker. And I'll tell you this, a kid that's destined to be a super in the NBA, Miles Turner. Miles Turner is getting better and better and better. This kid is going to be unreal with the Indiana Pacers.
Lamonte Turner stops the clock with a foul. That'll put Barry at the free throw line. By the way, it doesn't get any easier for Tennessee. Rick Barnes still coaching his guys late in this one. They've got South Carolina coming to Thompson Bowling Arena for their next game. Big win for South Carolina against A&M today. A&M 0-3 in the league. It's the first time since they joined the SEC they've started 0-3.
Well, you know, A&M's problem is very simple if you watch them play. They just don't have the experience in the backcourt. Their front court is very good, but it's still a solid win for Frank Martin and his kids, the Gamecocks.
Barry is perfect from the free throw line. Remember Chinano Onuaku, who played college ball at Louisville. He's shooting underhand free throws in the NBA. He hasn't missed.
Wow, some other people, Mr. Hurts right there, he missed what, finally. It's fouled again. Sort of disappointment in the players on the sideline for Tennessee. Disappointing because they played their hearts out. And that's all you can ask your players. To look in the mirror at the end of a game and understand you gave your best. If you pursue your dreams and goals by giving your best, that's a winner, man. A winner in a game of life.
Like a guy 20 years ago at the Joyce Center when Lou Holtz was leading a pep rally on a Friday night for a football weekend in Notre Dame, and you gave me a pep talk.
I gave you that pep talk. Look at this. Got that dream. You still haven't sent me a check, though, for a commission on what you've achieved.
Barry rolls another one in. Checks in the mail, Dick. Here's Lamonte Turner. Tennessee looking for some late offense to make it a little bit more respectable. It'll be a 13-point Florida win, but as you mentioned, much closer than that.
Terrific win by Mike White's club in the second half. Great execution. They were efficient offensively. Shot 70% and they defended.
Our final, Florida 83, Tennessee 70. Coming up next, Big 12 action. We'll get you to Allen Fieldhouse, Texas Tech, and Kansas. But for now, let's get you to Andy Katz and Dallin Cuff back in the studio.